Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel, Techado again. At first, happy Easter to all. I do not know what time zone you're at. I'm pretty sure it's Easter for you guys, so happy Easter from this channel to all of you. The update actually happened yesterday, so they did another update and they changed race rewards, they changed the fuse price, they even changed breed count, and they refunded the PGX. Obviously, if you have fused, you're at loss only because you got fourth breed. And as a matter of fact, I was not expecting this to happen because nobody else ever has done this reroll of updates. Probably Team Pegaxy is the only team that has just rerolled the updates. Before we jump into this episode about what all changed, and we are going to discuss about what are we going to do for the coming 3 or 4 days and what is the vision of this channel, I want to start with one very, very important notice. The important notice is this, that this channel does not give you any recommendation that will affect your portfolio. My job as a content creator and studying data, doing analysis and stuff like that, I will try to get you stuff that will give you probably a small edge. But if any influencer, if any content creator is saying you that you should do this, please try to refrain from anything. And the second most important thing is that always remember to ROI. Please guys, do not forget to ROI before you jump into this hold madness and this continuous, like running for upgrades. In any industry, upgrade is a way to hold on to their clients. Okay, it's all about you spending more, putting more into the game. So it's normal. It's pretty normal. But you have to remember that you ROI at first. So with that said, we're going to show you some stuff which is going to make you understand. And we're going to begin today's episode by showing you what all the updates happened. I know a lot of you guys saw it. A lot of you guys were against it. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. So let's go to our live scene. Alrighty, we are in the live scene. And at first, we are going to check the fuse cost. So I did a lot of suggestions, and they actually listened to one of my models where I was telling them that make sure that the burning cost is less because people are giving away 2 NFTs to get 1 NFT. And this is a whole arena of like this. Now this part has entered into a gambling phase. In this gambling phase, they should again take back the stats update, because if it doesn't make a logical sense that if I am giving away 2 of my NFTs and I'm spending 8,000 Viz, I'm spending 30 PGX to get a rare, and my rare comes out to be like 5 or 6%. So basically I gambled at that point, right? Because me as a user, I do not have control on stats. I know there's a lot of people, those who breed metas, which means that they will compare stats and they will try to get you the best meta or anything. This is totally out of their control. So hence, I'm just going to show you guys. So remember this point. This is a very key point. ROI at first. If after you've ROI'd, and if there might be another scenario that you do not want to, you have some extra amount of cash and you do not care for, only then you are going for this. Remember this, if you have not ROI, there's a significant drop in your amount of daily Viz mint. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I will show you how much my 21 Pegas used to make and how much they're making now, and why you should ROI first. Remember this, because if you have not done return of investment, you are not only affecting yourself, you're affecting your health, you're affecting people around you, and you are always in an anxiety which will lead to a catastrophe sooner or later. Okay, so relax. ROI at first. These updates, they come and go. Things will always go here and there. But your job is to ROI at first. Remember that. So 8,000 vis, 30 PGX. Not bad. Not bad at all. To fuse to Pegas. And I'm going to tell you which Pegas you have to fuse. And then comes rare, which means that two of these, there comes epic, two of these rares you have to fuse and get, like put another 16,000 vis and another 30,000 PGX and then legendary. So what is the motivation? We'll come to that price pool later on. After some time. But there is one thing that they did is that they gave people that very important thing is, if you really want, you can keep your rares and you can keep on breeding them, because second breed, ideally second to third, you can breed one time more. So if you have a meta kind of a rare, you can breed one time more by getting a female from marketplace or a male from marketplace, depends on that. So this is a very good change that they have made. Epic, usually when you are in epic tier, this is like the second tier. At that point, you upgrading yourself means that you have enough of money. And obviously legendary means that you have reached max tier and you have enough of this to convert that and get yourself, a founding Pega, and go for a crowned Pega and stuff like that. So this is actually very interesting update, and this update is going to push a lot of people to go forward for breeding, and it's actually incentivizes, because the previous one there was no incentive at all. 4th, 5th, 6th, like what are we doing? So good job, team, in making this Plan 2 come into play, and I do support these two. These two are amazing changes. Now, price pool. Price pool is where things get a little bit dark. First of all, I do not accept this Pacer price pool. And I certainly do not accept this legendary and finding price pool. But it is not about me accepting it or not. It's all about them trying to create a model, and I'm pretty sure they had. So from the very beginning, I was telling you guys, whenever a data engineer, a data scientist makes a model, they already have 1 or 2 extra models as backup. So they probably had a backup, or they rewrote everything and redid it. But they did incentivize Pacer. This should have been taken to a little bit higher. I was telling, where's my pictures? I'm just going to open my pictures. I'll show you what I was proposing. I'm going to keep this side by side. Okay, so I was proposing a Pacer pool of 117. So 70, anything close to that, I said I was fine. With your first being 57. I'm pretty sure you guys cannot see this. So we'll go for stream watching scenario. Okay. So I was proposing this 117, so 70, I'm okay with that. First is 57, they put 42, okay. Second, instead of 40, they put 18, which is a kind of huge dip, but I would have said that 22 would have been good rather than putting 18, because remember this 1 or 2 or 3 vis matters a lot, especially when you have scholars or anything, that 2 or 3 vis matters a lot. And the last position they kept at 10, which was, again, there's nothing you can do about that. At least they revised it. But guess what? I was talking about from the very beginning about this thing, is that you cannot keep single digit. Whenever a person sees single digit in a chart, they will completely lose their mind. This is basics of psychology. So it also depends, how much educated a strategist officer is, or how much educated that strategy person is, or knowledge is, that they will never make mistakes. Like, this is rule number 1 in any sort of strategy in marketing and everything. You cannot put single digits. Single digits freak freaks people out a lot. They make people go crazy, and that's exactly what was happening. Rare, very interestingly, they took that to triple digit. So this double digit to triple digit now will push people, because that's what people see on a general basis. Nobody's going to look into 60, 27 there. When people see 42 to 126, they usually do not calculate how much extra they're getting. But it's a very good pool. 53 for second, that's a good one. And third is 31. So basically Rare now is better than Pacer, old pool, and gives more incentive for you to go for Rare. And Epic is going to be a way higher pool. My one didn't even come close to this, because I was planning for Rare. So what they did is that they exponentially increased the pricing for Epic and Legendary. So they increased that Epic pool to 570, 342, 142, and 86, and Legendary scooting all the way to 930. Now guys, if you have a 30% or Legendary, that is equivalent, that is literally equivalent to like 15 Pacers, very close to 15 Pacers at like 20% to 25% win rate, which is funny. Okay, with that said, these were the new updates, and I hope you guys would understand this update going forward. Now, let's go back and talk about something which is my investments and all that stuff. And this is just a model to show you guys what I'm talking about and all, like what are we going to discuss about and everything. So first things first, I made a huge mistake just an hour before the announcement. And I was not very confident. I was like, I'm pretty sure they're not going to put this back. I'm pretty sure I am not going to do this. But I had two Pegas, which was 10%. One was 10, one was 11. So I was like, you know what? It is what it is. They're not going to do anything. I went and just an hour before that update, announcement, not even an update, just an hour before the announcement, I waited 48 hours and I'm like, you know what? Never in history has happened that within 48 hours, they're going to change. I literally told the Pegaxy discussion chat. I sometimes actually hang around. They're very chill, like price discussion chat. This chat is very chill. I love to hang around in this chat. Few Retail out here is amazing. We got Timothy. We got other people out here in the chat that are always very helpful. We do troll out here a lot, but this chat is very cool to hang around. I literally said, I'm out guys in 6 hours. If they don't do the update or they don't make any announcement, I'll just go to feel. So I did it, and watch this. It's a 4%er. So this is what is called gambling. If you have a 10 to 15%er, would you trade in for a 4% pacer? 53 is your second, 31 is your third, and a 4%er probably would never even win anything. Okay, so there goes that. And then I had another two very weak Pegas. One was 9% and the other one was 11%, and I wanted to get rid of them. So I did this one, and this came out to be 27.4%, which is not bad at all. And it is generating me enough of this, because this, when it started, it was at a 40%er, and then it went down to 27.4%. So having a 27.4%er, which is a rare, is actually making up for 4 or 5 of my 10%ers. Why did I say this? Because there is another, pacer out here, and that pacer is a 9%er, as you will see, and it's 18-10, and that's it. It doesn't win a lot. So would you rather have 28 vis or take that chance and go for a 4%er and win like 80 vis? So there is a cutoff limit. We are not going to discuss the cutoff limit today, but take a general rule: under 11%, you're over 11%, you're gambling. Under 10%, I would say, is better. Like if you have like 9%, 6%, 5%, might as well just get another, like rare with some amount of, like win percentages. At least you're going to benefit out of it. You feel me? Like, so that is the reason, like you have to be very careful. And that is the reason I never rush these episodes. I will collect data for you. As a general rule, keep it under 10%. Single digits, convert them. The ones that are above 10%, from 10 to 15%, we are going to make a chart and we are going to show you that is it worth it to go for a gamble. Because in gamble, there is two. Either you win or you lose. For me, this is a huge loss. And I had spent 12,000 vis on this and given up my two of my NFTs. Though I got my refund for my PGXs and all that stuff. And I did it like literally, I'm like, wow, I have never seen a team rolling back their updates. That was amazing, actually, that they rolled back those updates and everything. And that's it from the channel. Like I don't want to bore you guys. I don't know how much you guys benefit. If all this conversation, if all this stuff benefits you, do write down in comment section below so that I know that, whether I'm doing a good job for the community, whether I'm adding something positive to it or not, whether all the criticisms that you see is constructive or not. And so would I want you to be in comment section. Please, whenever you criticize anything, try to define why are you criticizing something. Because if you do not define and you are just angry and you want to vent, comment section is probably not the place to vent. You can go to a Discord channel and try to vent all your frustration. I mean, hey, I had frustration. I had to vent out and I went to price discussion. Folks out there are amazing. There is Chaddy, there is Timothy, there is Fury Tail. Now, these are all usernames. I do not know their names, obviously. There is some other guys. There are actually a lot of streamers that join into that chat. And we have a fun time whenever we are stressed out. So take care. See you folks on another episode. So we are going to do a small recap for you. Recap number 1, always ROI. That's number 1 point. Number 2, this channel does not support gambling. So please make sure you are not using this whole update as a form of gamble. You can do it. It's upon you. I do not promote gambling because gambling is a factor that has entered into this game. Like anybody can say that, no, this is methodical. I would say, nope. Gambling is a factor that has entered into this game. Number 3 is, please remember, do not get influenced by a lot of influencers who tells you to do this, tells you to do that. As our job, it's our job to make content based on what we are doing, and it is some of our jobs to promote, stat based or data based facts, and that is where my pleasure lies. My pleasure lies in giving you data based facts. So good job, team. I mean, Pegaxy, good job. In 2 of here, I'll give you full points on whatever you guys did. No other team to be honest, has ever done this, where they re-rolled back the updates, listen to the community. So I will give them 100 points on that. I'm going to give them 100 points on the fusing for, the amount of vis, amount of PGX to be used, 100% points on that. Amount in your breed count, 100% points on that. Price pool, I'll give you like 70-75%. Price pool is kind of... I also understand why you did that, because you want everybody to upgrade, which is common in any sort of marketing strategy. I mean, that is the reason you will see a lot of the time there is intentionally, you will see some software slowdowns on your phones so that you can upgrade your phone regardless which platform you are in. It's a common thing. So take care. Happy Easter to all of your family, and see you guys on another episode. I'm out.